Well, reaction is pouring in from Democrat leaders following that shooting in Minneapolis. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker posting on X, calling on both Republicans and Democrats to have a, quote, unified response. New York's Governor Kathy Hochul says Americans have had enough of what she calls, quote, the lawlessness conduct masquerading as law enforcement. Let's bring in Chad Wolf, the chair of the Center for Homeland Security and Immigration at the America First Policy Institute. So you've heard what those two Democrat governors have said. Chad, your response?
Yeah, I would challenge them and point to anything that's lawlessness, as their statements indicated. ICE is on the ground there in Minneapolis, and I should say across the country, enforcing immigration law passed by Congress. And in a place like Minneapolis, of course, they're doing it without any local police support, which makes it very dangerous, which makes it very difficult, particularly when you have agitators and others that are going to congregate and try to disrupt those operations. And so what ends up happening is that you have to surge more law enforcement in there to do what local police should be doing, which is crowd control, any riots, and things of that nature. But, Mayor Frey and Governor Walz have basically told the Minneapolis police, the state police, and others to stand down. And so DHS and federal law enforcement are having to step up and step in.
So they're hanging the federal agents out to dry, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're very clear about what they think about ICE, calling them a propaganda machine. I believe Governor Walz even today said the DHS is not a law enforcement agency. So he's clearly misinforming the residents there in Minnesota and Minneapolis. And so it's not surprising that there's a handful of them that decide to take matters in their own hands. And so the governor and the mayor, they continue to blame ICE. They continue to blame President Trump. They need to look in the mirror and think about what they're saying, how they are characterizing a federal law enforcement agency. It's almost as though they think ICE is some second-rate rent-a-cop law enforcement agency, and nothing could be further from the truth. They enforce immigration law. They have arrest powers. And they exercise those on a daily basis. And so I think it's very, very dangerous what they're doing.
Just on the videos that I have seen, I mean, if I were an ICE agent, I would have trouble being as restrained as these ICE agents generally are.